I'm Gugu, and today I'll be talking about colorism. As you can see, Michelle isn't here today because I feel like this is an issue that's very close to my heart, so I thought it would feel more authentic if I did it by myself. To start with, I just wanted to kind of say what colorism means to me. It's just the discrimination and oppression of dark-skinned people. I would consider myself dark-skinned, and I just want to start with the disclaimer that I for sure know that I'm not the darkest, therefore I do not experience colorism in the harshest form. It gets harder the darker you get. But I just want to share my experience as a dark-skinned person. I just want to start with the fact that every human being has a need to feel worthy and seen. So if you look at the media and you see what's being portrayed as beautiful, what's being portrayed as powerful, what's being portrayed as worthy, and you see people that look like you, you're gonna feel like, oh, I matter. I'm being represented. There are people like me. There are people that look like me. There are people that I can relate to. There are people that have lived my experiences. And it's going to make you feel like society sees you. Society sees you as worthy. So if you look at the media and what is mostly portrayed, especially with women, is light-skinned women. That does take a toll on you as a dark-skinned woman. Let's talk about South African local media. Who are we seeing as the it people? You have Bonang, you have Minnie Dlamini, you have Pearl Tusi, you have Nomzamo Mbata, you have Jess Konkosi. And even in terms of influencers, some of the influencer that's really making it and that's really at the forefront, you see Mihlali. And this is not explicit colorism, but it's very implicit in when you look around and you see the people that are making it, you see the people that you want to be, the people that inspire you. Most of the time as a dark-skinned woman, the people I've been seeing are light people, and subconsciously and slowly that does something to your psyche, especially when you're younger. This used to affect me a lot when I was a lot more when I was a teenager. The core issue is that we hate dark-skinned people. The core issue is the self-hatred that we as Black people have. And I think it ties into race in the fact that the lighter you are, the closer you are to whiteness. So that's what we're going to see as more attractive. That's why people feel like racially ambiguous Black girls are the it thing on Instagram. What do you see? And even when you do see, now there's this wave of dark-skinned women being loved. There's this wave of dark-skinned women now. We were like, oh, melanin, dark skin, and I love that wave. It's everything to me. I absolutely appreciate it. I'm a part of it. It has really made a difference. But also we mustn't think that it means that colorism has been eliminated. We mustn't think that this Instagram wave has translated and has transferred into real life. Let's not be delusional about that. That is untrue. That is false. And also you need to look at which kind of dark-skinned women are being pushed and are being portrayed as beautiful. There's it's a specific kind. It is very specific in terms of that the girl has the wig, her edges are laid, she's got that hourglass body, she's got the curves in the right places, her body is oiled up and she's showing her melanin. Yes, but it's we want it in that specific way. And it's also problematic in the terms of we're still portraying a narrow portrayal of beauty, a very narrow stereotype of this is beautiful. Also, with those dark-skinned women, if you look at it, it's mostly the ones with Eurocentric features. And it still ties into the fact that whiteness is the beauty standard. So the closer you are to whiteness, so you can be dark-skinned, yeah, it's okay, we'll let you, but have the curves in the right places. Have the nose. Your nose must be, you can't now be dark-skinned, have a big nose, have big lips, be fat. You can't be that. No, we can't have that. If you're going to be dark-skinned, we need it in that certain package. And that's still problematic. And that's why it's not as progressive as we'd like it to be. It's progress, but is it? So if you look at US media, which influences a lot of other things, even when they do give us some sort of representation and we appreciate it, we take the crumbs, honey, we appreciate it, but then it's also like, how are you portraying us is also important. Like, if you're going to portray me all the time and portray that stereotype and push that stereotype of the dark-skinned girls are loud, they're annoying, they're bitter, they're the angry black woman, they're aggressive, it's like it is violent to our daily lives, because that changes people's perception of us. People really think darker skinned people are more aggressive, are louder. Lighter skinned black women are seen as like softer, more palatable, you know. That mindset has come from also how the media has portrayed us as dark skinned women. So it's not just about represent us, but it's also how you're going to represent us. Like, we're not going to take crumbs anymore. You can't just be like, there, we gave you Gina's best friend. And why do we always have to be the best friend also? You know? So the 90s were very problematic in that regard. And also, if you, it still happens now, so sweeties, don't think like, no, we're being celebrated on Instagram now, so everything is fine. Everything is not fine. Like, if anyone asks you, if anyone's acting a bit delusional and it's like, colorism, where? What is that? I don't know it. I've never seen it. Be like, watch a hip-hop music video. Literally. That's it. Enough said. Who's portrayed as who are the girls around them? And it's just like, sometimes it's just like the wildest thing, because you even look at South African hip-hop music videos and it's always like mixed girls or really light black girls, and you're like, damn. Especially as light-skinned people, I'm talking to you now. I'm tired of having to teach light-skinned people. Like, I'm not here to educate you. I just would also like if you took the initiative and you did a bit of learning yourself. Like, I'm going through a lot, by the way. I'm doing a lot of unlearning. I'm doing a lot of learning. Like, we as dark-skinned people also have to unlearn so many things we've been taught in the past. Like, there's so much we need to unlearn. And we need to unlearn the myths. There's so many myths out there. Like, the fact that as a dark-skinned girl, there was like, when I was younger, there was a myth that I can't wear red lipstick. Like, those little things, I still have to unlearn those things. Like, sometimes, yes, I've gone on this journey. And since high school, you know, I've gone on a self-love journey, and I truly do love myself. For years now, I've been at a good place. But even then, sometimes I regress. Sometimes, like, shit hits me and I'm like, oh, I wasn't ready for that. And I have to quickly be like, no, you know, work on that. I have to unlearn so many things. Like, so many things can take me back. Even like someone's comment can make me question. I'm just like, you know, like, some shit hits you off guard. So already I'm going through a lot. I can't also put on my plate, teach light-skinned people. No, my plate is full. It's, you know, colorism, racism, queerphobia. You feel me? It's full. I'm gonna need you to take the initiative to learn. I'm gonna need you to be an ally. I'm gonna need you to be there for your friends. I'm gonna need you, when a person comes into your guys' squad and says something that's shaky, colorist, I don't know if colorist is a word, but I'm making it one, it should be. If someone says something colorist to your dark-skinned friend, I'm gonna need you to be an ally. I'm gonna need you to be like, actually, no, that's not okay. Because you need to understand that if it's directed to me, because I'm the dark-skinned one, I still have to now hear it. I need to process it. I need to think of, okay, what am I gonna say? Am I gonna stand up for myself, or am I just gonna keep quiet? Because for the longest time I've had to keep quiet, because trauma does that. You just keep quiet, you don't defend yourself, and then later on you hate yourself for not defending yourself. But it's like, that's why you need allies. You need someone, your friend, to be like, actually, no. Because it's easier for you to speak up because it's not directed at you, because you're not the one who's like going through all this internal trauma at that very moment. So you need friends that are allies. You need a friend that's not just gonna keep quiet and pretend nothing happened. Don't just ignore it and be like, now you ain't seeing nothing. Also want to get into some of my triggers. So things that people have said in the past And currently now, it's not just, I'm not, when I say some of these experiences, I think people will be like, oh, it's so much 5 years ago. No, it could be from last week. It's so awkward. So I just want to put it out there, like, colorist comments and all the stuff that bothers me doesn't only come from my light-skinned friends. It also comes from my dark-skinned friends. It's called self-hatred. And it's called, that person is also going through their self-love journey. They're also trying to unlearn so much colorism. So it's also that thing of, I try to balance between, I've heard this before somewhere, but I'm trying to balance between being hard on the issue, which is colorism, and something I'm trying to fight, and also be soft on the person. So hard on the issues, soft on the person. I struggle between also being soft on them, but also understanding that I can't have that in my environment, because it's very toxic to me, and it makes me regress in my progress with my self-love. So these are some of the things that people have said that are triggers for me, and that are also things I just hate. Ooh, and this has been said to me a lot as a complimento. You're a dark-skinned beauty. And I'm like, thank you. Why? Like, the intention is so, like, I can see the intention is not to be malicious. This person's really trying to say, Kuhu, I think you're beautiful. But my thing with it is that with some people, I've felt that it's like a substandard, inferior term for you're beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a secondary term for beauty. It has, because of colorism, it has got, it's been used as a substandard way. Because it makes it feel like, despite my skin tone, I'm beautiful. Whoa. This person's so dark. So dark. What does that mean? Because what does that mean? Because how much darkness is palatable for you? The next one is yellow bone. I hate that word. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. It has been used to make us feel inferior. It was literally a word that nicely excluded us. I hate that word. Because also, yellow bone isn't just a word to say light-skinned. It wasn't just a word to say light-skinned. It was also like a positive word, like a yellow bone. Every time someone uses that word in my presence, I am low-key just like shaking inside with anger. The next one is, I'm only attracted to light-skinned people. You need to also understand where your preferences come from, what they're rooted in, and they're rooted in colorism. Because why do you think that why are you attracted to only light-skinned people? Why do you think that only light-skinned people are attractive, and therefore those are the only people you want to bring into your life and date them? Why is that? Why are light-skinned people the only people you want to get with? Because you think they're attractive. But then why don't you think dark people are attractive? Why? The answer to all those questions is colorism. So don't make it feel like it's innocent preferences. They are rooted in colorism. And that's that and that.
Period! 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 Period!
Okay, the next one is when light-skinned people say, no, but I've been bullied for being light. Oh my God, it's hard too. It's also hard being light. You're not thinking thoroughly through the whole thing when you say that, because you also need to understand, okay, let's say as a light-skinned girl, you've been bullied. As a light-skinned person, you've been bullied by darker-skinned people. They've made you feel ostracized. They've left you out of their circle. Understand where it stems from. It stems from them feeling like you're superior to them, and them feeling inferior around you, or because of maybe people have compared you to them and because of that then they felt inferior, which happens all the time, we know this, and therefore they are taking that out on you. Or maybe they have self-hatred for their skin tone and they're taking that out on who? You, because you're the lighter one. You're the one who benefits from being light. So they'll bully you, or they'll ostracize you, or they don't want to be around you. And you feel like, oh no, life is hard because I'm light. Oh my God. I understand that that's not, you're not looking at it holistically, and you're being very unfair. You're not oppressed because you're light. Like like darker skinned people bullying you is actually an extension, and it's just showing the oppression of darker skinned people. You need to see where it stems from. It stems from them being oppressed as dark skinned people. So don't be like, oh my God, life is hard, I'm light. So what I would appreciate from you instead is for you to be an ally, is for you to acknowledge colorism, is for you to acknowledge that being in this skin is hard. Acknowledge your privilege as a light-skinned person. Acknowledge that so many doors have been opened for you because you're light-skinned. Like, let's not do that. Let's acknowledge the oppressions that people are going through. Every time I see interviews of certain celebrities that are light-skinned, and they're like, oh my gosh, I've been bullied because I'm so light. People have said I'm not black enough. And I'm just like, it's a lot. I think I've said a lot, and like I probably have more to say, but this is all I have to say today. Okay. Oh yeah, I wanted to actually end on a good note. Just as a dark-skinned person, I just want to tell you, like love yourself. You're beautiful, you're worthy. And I know it's easier said than done to feel beautiful, to feel worthy. And like, there's progress, and as slow as it is, there is progress. And I'm also not saying that to say we must accept the slow progress. No, we can demand faster progress, but at the same time there's progress, and I'm happy about that. And it's like, if we all come together and we literally, like, step by step, just dismantle colorism, it's working, and it's going to continue to work. And for dark-skinned people, support the other dark-skinned people that you can see are going through the mostest, you know, because also it helps when I hear things from dark-skinned people, because I'm like, you get it. And yeah, also I just wanted to shout out some of the dark-skinned people that I love, that are on certain platforms, that also just I just love to see its representation for me. It's also, as a dark-skinned person, it's important to have your own representation. Like, create your own. If the media isn't going to do it for you, do it for yourself, honey. Like, even in the people you follow in Instagram, it's important. If you only follow light people, that's really also toxic for yourself. Like, there's so many dark-skinned people doing the most out there, just looking beautiful, glowing, achieving amazing things, that you can really just like have on your timeline, and it really makes a difference. I think people think it's something small, but it makes such a big difference. Do stuff for yourself as well, just for your mental health, just for your sanity, just for your self-esteem. Like, put those things in your life. Even in the people you follow, people you hype on Instagram, it's important. And this is not only for the dark skin people, even the light people. You need to follow a good range of people on your Instagram. Follow dark skin people, hype dark skin people, tell them they're beautiful. Because if you are my light skin friend and all I see on your Instagram are light people, and all the only people I hear you talking to me about that are gorgeous or pretty, or people that you think are bomb glowing, are light skin people, I'm gonna start being like, what are you saying? What do you mean? Because actions are louder than words. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, oh, I love dark girls, but I don't see you following one dark girl. That's it for today. Please comment your thoughts, your experiences, things maybe you'd like me to talk about later on about colorism. If you have any other, I don't know, just comment, like, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Mwah.